we are live. Yes, we are.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Deborah Beauvais, and welcome to another episode of Meet the Host. If you're tuning in for the first time, I am the founder and owner of the Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. We are a syndicated, Boston-based internet radio station with all the bells and whistles. You can listen to us wherever you are in the world. You can listen by asking Alexa, play or launch Dream Vision 7 Radio Network. And we are here for you. The whole thing, we are almost 20 years old next year. We are here for you to uplift, to open your heart, tune into your soul, so that you can have a conscious living life versus in the chaos of all that happens on earth. We have with me, I have Deborah Bruin-Tout, and she is with us. And as you have probably seen from before, there are others that will hopefully join us. I know it's the summertime and a lot of people are running around crazy. I am as well. But we are here. And if you want to tune in to learn more about Meet the Host, you can go on that page, Meet the Host. You can go on Dream Vision 7, Dream Visions, all one word with an S on the end, the number 7, radio.com, and you'll see the banner there, or you can just look up in the navigator at the top and click on. There's a number of ways that you can read about every host, what they're doing, their books, all the things that are most glorious, as I say. So welcome, Deborah. Thank you for joining me.
It's such a pleasure always to be here, and I just love being a part of Dream Vision 7 Radio. And I've been with you almost from the beginning.
Yes.
And it's a glorious time to celebrate all that we have been experiencing for so long. And I love your topic today with the feminine divine. And
yes.
Balancing.
And when I say that, it's balancing the divine feminine with the divine masculine. It's not one taking over the other. It's all about balancing. And as we know right now on Earth and in the USA, it's unbalanced. Really across the world, it's unbalanced. Women have been suppressed for thousands of years, and it is time this year. I know that you can feel it, and because we're all conscious of what's happening from a higher perspective, all that is unfolding is exactly as it should, because it's waking people up. Whether you're talking about healthcare, whether you're talking about unity, whether you're talking about the power of women, it's all happening where everything is bubbling up and we're ready for transformation. And we're actually doing that. You've been doing that for years. I have as well. And it's transformation, evolving so that we are conscious, living human beings since we're on Earth. But I always like to say that we are spirit first. If we can remember that on a daily basis, that we are spirit first, especially if we're in a challenging moment, it really brings us to a clarity of, okay, here we are. This is all part of Earth living, trials and tribulations. So anyway, I want to honor everyone that calls in. I mean, that comes in to the
Yeah,
video because, and the women power. Do you realize, Deborah, that it's womb power?
I love it. Yes.
Yes.
Wombiversal, universal wombiversal. I love that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because think about the
Yeah.
power of the woman. We actually birth a human being.
Yes.
And I know that the ego of the man is really shaken about that. So that's why their egos are elevated because they feel they need the power. But we all have power.
Hmm.
No matter whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a trans person, it doesn't matter. If you're a human being, you have the power. We all came from the same place. We all came from the same cloth, as they said back in the day. And so we have the
Hmm.
power. Yes, we do.
Well, and it's also a time where I feel like it, as you feel it, it's very exciting to begin to have, for me, this awakening that I continuously know I'm in a becoming process of this divine, having the divine move through you and have these experiences that bring they're elevator. It's like going in an elevating experience. And in remembering the soul, it's this soul. You hear about the soul coming together, the soulmates and all this, but really in the universal, we're all one.
Right. That
And the male and the female, that balance is coming. It's here. It's always been here, but now the time is when many of us, not just one or a few, that have lived upon this earth, that have been here to teach us. And I love to say the masters, those that have accomplished and ascended. Well, we get to do this now. And we don't even know what it is we're becoming, other
yes,
than it feels good. It's that wombiversal part, that womb that we're born from, and we are coming forth like never before. And the joyous thing is what you said when you started the show. It's glorious. It's a glorious day. And how do we keep that? That's the secret. And there's people all over here on Dream Vision 7 Radio. As the hosts join us, you've got so many shows. So, and you've done it for years. That's why I love being a part of it. Because like you said, Deborah, it's in food, it's in all of the shows that you have. How many hosts do you have? I mean, so many, and we're streaming around the world, and it's live, and it's here to just have us all take a moment
yeah.
in our day and just be grateful and say thank you, because this balance is happening. Yeah, it's a balance of female male, whatever you're in your body as a male or a female, or like you said, the trans, all of this. It's really about balancing and coming back to our soul remembrance.
Right. Right. And so this is the time we
Mhm.
are rising up. We're not going to take it anymore, Deborah. Um, we're, we're not.
We're not
We're,
taking it anymore.
we're right. And what I'm finding is there are a lot of women, especially because of the station. I'm coming across women all the time that have
Mhm.
started their own businesses. They have taken control of their own destiny.
Right.
The wife that is leaning on the husband 24/7 for finances,
Right.
for emotional support, which 9 times out of 10 there isn't time for. All the things that we look for, there are still women who are single moms that are doing
Absolutely.
dishes and cleaning houses and taking the kids back and forth to activities and driving and this and that. Everyone, people are stressed with all the responsibilities. But with that said, the power of the woman we can do anything we choose to do, even if we are with someone because of the finances. I believe that we can rise up. It's all inside, the power, the answers, everything. But we have to believe all these words. We have to believe that we have the power. We have God within us. What's better than that? You know?
That's what I'm saying. It's within you. And I love that you say we have God within us. When we
Yeah,
really think of that, what's possible,
yeah,
then the
everything is
possibilities
possible.
are unlimited. And
Yeah,
it's for me, the balance with male, female, I don't look at it like I used to, because I'm
hmm,
married and I've been married for, let's see, going on 23 years. And
yes,
in these 23 years, it's really a balance. And learning, the first thing I'm learning is to do my own work. I call it my work, my meditations, my going within, daily meditations. I
yeah,
mean, so many things that we can do, that you can do, I can do as women in this divine feminine, is to go into our heart and be in that place where you say, who am I? Why am I here? And take that time to feel that space of what the reality is of this gloriousness of that which you're becoming. And what are we becoming? That would be up to each one of us. Well, what do you want? Because it's like you said, Deborah, you can do this. What are you going to create? I've seen you create a lot. With I'm knowing you back when, Deborah, you said, I'm going to do this network.
yeah.
I love using you, or not using you, but if you don't mind that word, I didn't like it. Take that one away. You've been an inspiration for all of us,
Oh, thank you.
men and women. That's just from my heart. And
Thank you.
and you've been willing to go and say, I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to do it.
Right, right.
And you have a family, you had the girls that you have, your husband, and your story is so beautiful. And you can find it here on Tree Vision 7 Radio. Go in and listen to all the Love by Intuition shows.
Yeah,
And I'm serious, because there's this um, process we're all in. Remember, we're in a process, and watching you inspires me, can inspire you. And one thing that happens, if she can do it, I can do it.
right.
There's that how to, and let's just keep inspiring each other. And so
Yeah.
I love coming on and doing the Second Genesis Awakenings radio show. I didn't even know I was going to do that show.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what I didn't. Kevin says, my Adam T. Gardner, my husband,
Yeah.
he said, well, I feel like you're going to name it the Second Genesis Awakenings. I go, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I don't get it, and that's the way it works. When you're inspiring each other, you allow
Yeah.
to each one of us, male and female, can, and in the possibilities of getting along.
Yeah.
We don't
Yes,
have to
because
agree.
yes, because you have your relationship, and that's what
Yeah.
most people strive for, is a balance in itself. Your two strong voices, and
Mm-hmm.
then allowing each other to be who you
You
are.
are. Well, that doesn't
Allowing
work if you don't.
That's right. It doesn't, but
It
that's
doesn't
how
work.
it's a give and take
Yeah.
situation. But that's the foundation. And that's
Yes.
what I had too, where we were both strong people. However, we had a balance where we honored each other's thoughts and what they wanted to do, their mission, whatever it is. And that's a conscious relationship. Was it completely conscious? No,
No.
because as we have evolved,
Right.
we're different people than especially in my situation. I'm a different person now. I'm still my core, but I'm a different
Yes.
person than what I was 30 years ago.
And you've always been lovely, But to me, you're full of so much more willingness to give. You get this platform for us to come play, and you just give everything you have so that we can all give everything we have. And that
Yeah.
brings a full circle of welcoming love,
Yeah.
welcoming home, a place where we can all excel and we can be who we are to be. I'm not here to tell my husband this is who you're to be. I want to know who he really is, and I want to watch him. I want to
Yeah.
watch him discover his soul as I'm discovering my soul. And so
Right.
if you're a woman that is in a bad situation, then it's time to look at that and what can you do to get out? If that's,
Right. In a safe
I've been
way.
through those days
Yes.
before this. And
Yeah.
if it's time, then those angels, they
Yeah.
come. You have all, and that's earth angels in all kinds of ways that
Mhm.
it's time to get out. And
Yes, and
so
there's support now
there's support
for
now.
people that want to leave. Even for someone that has a okay relationship but wants out, there's support, and that's one of the things I think is so important now is
Mhm.
for women. And you mentioned earlier, women need that support. They need a safe place to express themselves, and the one of the most important pieces that, and I'm learning too, is
Yes.
to support each other. There are so many
Yes.
people, women, that are in business and they're starting out and they need assistance or they have
Yes.
questions. And I think giving ourselves to them, even if it's for 15 minutes, we can help support them. And when we see someone strive higher, say in the corporate world or in the political system, let's promote them, let's uplift them in our minds. It's all about how we hold them in our minds. And if they're if they're over to an extreme area, honor the person, maybe not what their choices are or what their belief systems are, but
Mhm.
we can still honor that person. And I think I'm all caught up with this, Deborah, with the power of women, because we deserve sovereignty. We deserve. No one should be telling us what to do with our bodies. No one should be telling us whether we can have children or not. No one should tell us what anything should be done with our bodies. I'm really strong in that belief system. If you want to start talking about different body parts of the male species and what we're going to make laws around that, well, let's do it. But we can't be descending on women. We have to rise up together in love, in support, in consciousness, so that we're not harming anyone, we're not angry, we're rising women up so that as things fall apart with the patriarchy, when that all falls apart, the woman is ready to rise and do more and more and more. So yeah, I am. It's all about the woman today.
Yeah, I'm being in a new experience, and it is totally different than I ever thought. It's something that I have not ever conceived before.
Hmm.
And it's coming that there's this experience of the divine feminine, of this gloriousness within each and every one of us, that we each rise. And in that rising, you got to want it. You got to do things to make it happen. You got to take actions
Action, and then the universe will follow through and help you.
always. Hmm.
Yes.
And wherever one's at, I might not resonate to that. There's this. I'm really into the vibrational fields and the vibratory energies of love and peace, and finding a new way,
A new way.
actually a new body that and very coherence in my mind and my heart, and being going somewhere I've never been before, that it feels like it's so familiar at
Uh-huh.
the same time, to be in the unknown, that unknown of where am I heading, how can I do this, and the thing that continues to know that there is this voice within me, deep, deep, just wanting to bubble up and fill me and give me this gloriousness that is already my birthright. It's yours, it's mine, it's our willingness to do what it takes so that we all succeed. But if we're not willing to do that, then there's levels and layers and honoring. And some places I just won't go because I'm not to be there. I don't
Yeah.
resonate there. And so you find a happy, safe place, and it's within yourself.
Right.
And
Right.
it sounds like, what is she saying? But I can say I'm in an experience that
Right.
is profound, of this womb, of this divine, it's very divine balance of the male and female aspects coming forward like never before on this earth.
Yes.
It's a
Yes.
new
So
beginning.
new
And we're,
beginnings,
yeah, and
new
we're rising up.
chapters.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
have you gone to a different a place within yourself or even on the outside of you
it's
where
within.
you're not comfortable?
Oh, I've been doing that for, I don't, probably years and years and years. And like I call it the dark night of my soul. I've
Hmm.
definitely experienced that. And it is pretty dark.
Yes.
And I am ever so grateful in every way, that in every step of the way, that I decided to choose life, and I
Yes.
choose love. And I can, if I ever did something I didn't like that I was doing, I would go to my sweetheart and I'd say, can we rehearse this over again? Can I have a do-over of the way I was behaving? Because that's not really the way I want to be. And he would,
Yeah.
and I thought, I was really scared. I was like, am I really saying this? But I want my life to change. I want to change. And so
Yeah.
I went in the room, and he was sitting there like, well, what am I doing to her? What, one of those, what we call them winnamuckas. But anyway, I went in and I said that, and he said, I would sure like to see her.
Uh-huh.
Humor.
Yes.
Humor. And I went, so would I. And then I'm like, what's going to come out of me? And it was just nothing but love, just pure love. And I just said, I love you. And I was real. I said, I love you. I don't want to do this anymore. Is there an opportunity for me in this moment and you to see what it would be like, what it would feel like for me
Yeah.
not to do this again? So I did. And we
Yeah.
did. And we've never gone back. We just laugh at that one because
Yeah.
we have got a solid ground now,
Mm-hmm.
that we've
Mm-hmm.
had that experience together. And we
Right.
want to create that with each other. You know,
Right.
with all the female that we're rising up, we want to express, you can do this. You can,
Yes.
it's possible. And you can get to a safe place. But remember, that safe place is when you realize
Mm-hmm.
it's within you.
Mm-hmm.
I can remember nights of terror in that dark night of my soul about, it was in 2000. And it was really a scary time.
Right.
And at that time, I rose up. And
Yeah.
one of my friends called me and said, are you doing all right? And I said, we talked, and she said, you've got angels everywhere. And I said, I do, don't I? And from that day forward, I was lifted up
Right.
by believing, like you said those words, believe it, be it. You got to believe it first. And where do you believe it? Right
Whoop. It's creating static. Your heart is so
here. Yeah.
strong.
And with that love, you're you're welcome to you're welcoming the greater essences, the greater light, that love that will see you, will actually move for you mountains if you so desire that, because you're, as women, no one, and men, I gotta say that because I feel like everybody's suppressed nowadays on all kinds of things, addictions, and all these things that are addictions we don't even think we're addicted by. And it's
Right.
time that we do our work and we say, my brain's doing that again. I'm not going there anymore. And I've
Hmm.
seen you do that for years. I'm just not going to go there anymore. So what's new? What can I do now? What rehearsal can I have different with each person that I want to show up and let my true self, my soul come forward?
Yes. Well said. So, one of the things that I wanted to bring up is for women and men, but we're talking about women, is trusting in your intuition. I think that is important piece in our evolution. And I think it's important for every human being. And I'm saying this not only for our own lives and our own circle, that we are our own tribe, because I believe we all have a tribe of people that we keep coming together with when we each say, if you believe in reincarnation, that each time we are gathering different people that were in the tribe previous generations. And so when you think about all that, and then you think about chaos in the world, I think that if we trust in ourselves, we know what's true and what isn't.
Yes.
And we want truth telling. We're truth telling now, and we want that. So I think it's important, no matter who you are, where you are, how old you are, that if your intuition is, listen first of all, and if your intuition is saying, I don't think so, that doesn't make sense, then that's the truth. That's truth within your heart and soul. You don't have to ask anybody else. You don't have to read anything else. You know that that is true because you are connecting and listening to your intuition. And we've all experienced that, driving the car down a road. We get a feeling that, oops, maybe we should be taking a right. That's intuition. And then it can get much deeper and broader from there to save a life. But it's also there to believe, and you want to believe the truth. So the truth is always in your heart and that intuition. If you're not listening to it and creating lies, then you're not living a conscious life. You're living a life of fear and harm and things like that. So I don't know if when you go through evolution of your own journey, intuition should be all part of what you're learning as you come to a place knowing that you're more conscious than you were 3 months ago or
Right.
a year ago.
Yes.
But it's constantly learning and even changing your own belief systems. You know, you can be believing something now, and 2 years from now, you might say, well, I'm going to tweak that a little bit. It doesn't really serve me or anyone else. So, but that's all part of being a woman in strength and in power, knowing who their true self is and listening to that intuition. Do you use your intuition all the time?
Oh, yes. I love my intuition all the time. And in that, I was thinking of an experiences for where you don't know what it is. You just don't know. You're just totally, what do I do? And it's like you said, you listen. You slow down, and that's that feeling inside. Well, I listen. I go very deep in my heart, and I say, my heart hurts. Why is my heart hurting? because I've gotten to a part where my heart doesn't hurt anymore. And if it's hurting, then there's something I better look at.
Right.
And it'll take whatever time it does. Intuition sometimes it'll be right there, and other times it's like a puzzle piece, and I love it. I call it when the puzzle all comes together in my life, and it shows me, oh, that's why I let go of that belief, like you were saying, I let go because when you listen, you let go and you trust.
Right.
And you move on that intuition.
That's right.
It's just right there. And the more you do it, the more by doing it, there's this experience. It works. This works. I'm
Right.
safe. I'm happy. It's just amazing all the serendipitous synergy that begins to happen. Like when I became on Dream Vision 7 radio. That was serendipity. That was intuition. I met Deborah Beauvais, Love by Intuition. Well, I was doing a show back then called Calling All Angels. And that all happened by serendipitous and intuition. That intuition is when you know you're doing something, like you said, Deborah, I'm just repeating, but it's true. You know the truth, and it really does set us all free. Is there something about that synergy that moves through and just helps us all get together? Those frequencies, I like to say, or those moments where we just go, I'm supposed to be here now. And all that hurt in my heart melts away. It just melts. It just, because I'm doing that scary thing that I don't think I can do. I'm uncomfortable doing it, and I move forward, and I go, oh, that's a good feeling. I'm trusting the good feelings, where my heart is free. That frees me, and I feel liberated inside, because I don't know that I had the courage, but the courage came because there was no other way but through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So for the women that are listening today and maybe next week or a month later, there are things that we can do to start. If there are people wondering, well, how do I get to this strong woman? It's step by step, number one, and it's learning to love yourself just the way you are. And then step by step, you start trying something new. And it could be, for example, you could go out and rent a vehicle, and you've never done that before. Or you could call the insurance company and you've never done that before. And that is empowering for someone that has never done that before. But then you can graduate. You can, if people are thinking, okay, I've always wanted to write a book. Start writing, and the universe will back you up and help you with the download of words. And now you've got a book that's being created. It's I think the creativity and the curiosity blended together is what is exciting. And when we step out of our norm with just a little something, it just fuels everything else. The universe is there. We all have guides, and they are here for us. And then once you start feeling something that is extra special, then you know you're on your way. And then if the next time, maybe it's 2 weeks later, you start to think, okay, what else can I try? What else can I do little by little? Let me take take that on. Let me take that responsibility of doing XYZ. And then you feel empowered to do more. And then it just goes from there. There are women that are making a difference in every country, including the countries that are communist type countries, Iran, all these countries, there are women that are rising up. They may not be on the streets, but they are rising up within themselves. And when you rise up within, that is the collective consciousness that goes along, and other women and men can pick it up. They feel that frequency.
Yeah.
Yes, they feel that vibration. And I'm like, what's this? And it's nothing to do with the chaos. It's something new and different. And that is what you hold on to. That's what you grab and run with it. Run with
it.
Yeah. And I think all of us, no matter who you are,
Right.
unconscious, conscious, 15, 10 years old, or 90, we've all had little inklings of what we would love to do.
Yeah.
Right? It
Right.
could be that book. It could be
Yes.
maybe you've always wanted to drive a boat. Maybe you've always wanted to, I don't know, you can probably, there's all kinds of things.
All kinds of things.
Yeah.
Maybe you can learn to water ski, and I remember that. How can I do that?
Yeah.
Things, and that's an easy thing, because I love that you're reaching out across the globe, and that each one of us are in circumstances that are circumstances.
Right.
But it's so what you said. It's time for us to all go forward, lift up.
Yes. Yes.
And the women are the ones that have, in that part, have been so suppressed. It's so true.
Right.
And it's time that we, but there's a timing. I say, like, it's time now. Is it your time? But when you feel that feeling that you're talking about, Deborah, that intuition, you'll know, because it's just this feeling. I got to do it. I got to do it. It's time.
Right.
And the intuition will guide you. Your guides will guide you. Your spirit will guide you. And you'll say, go down this road. Don't go that road. I've had that happen when I was in college. And I was safe. I know I was safe.
Yes.
That circumstance. And I got off the bus and went a whole nother way. And the person that I thought was dangerous, they went the other way.
Right.
And I was so grateful that and it took everything I had to get off that bus at that moment. But I didn't, because I didn't know where I was a new girl at work and in a city, and I didn't even know for sure which block I was on.
Yes.
I found my way to my new job. It's like that. I make it sound like I'm feeling like there's so many of you that can't even fathom how to get out of certain situations. But when it's time to get out.
Yeah.
I feel impressed to say that.
Yeah. That's good, because there are a lot of women that are in, I believe you're speaking of, domestic violence.
I am.
Type of environment. And yes, there's help now. There's help, as I said earlier, there's support systems in place. You can reach out. There are numbers to call, things like that. That I didn't have back in the day, in my first marriage. So it's really coming to a place where you make your decision and then you stick to your decision. And a lot of times it's a process where it starts popping in your mind and your heart. Should I be here or should I not? And then over time, then you start receiving more messages from your guides in the universe that maybe you shouldn't be in this marriage. Maybe you shouldn't be in this relationship. So by paying attention to that energy, because as we know, if we put our energy into this, things will happen. If we're sticking with safe energy in our minds, we think we're safe when we're not, then it's not going to go anywhere. You have to step out of that, feel the energy of what it feels like to be independent, to leave the situation. It's a very large challenge for anyone to leave that kind of environment, but it is possible, and it's up to everyone is this right for me? Is it right for me to leave? Help me. Talk with your guides, talk with God, talk with the universe. Help me leave the situation. And I know I've talked with so many people because that's my early background. A lot of women have left because they have asked and believed that they had the power within to do it. If you doubt it, then it's just not going to work. You can't doubt something and expect it to be on a plate for you. You got to do the
You
work.
create it. Yeah.
Yes, you
you're
create it
creating.
and then you do the work.
Mhm.
And it can happen. You know, it can happen and you're safe. And if you have children, they're safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was nice to speak into that because that was an intuition. Just say it. Yeah. For
Yes.
all women. Mhm.
Right. Right.
And men too. There are men.
Yes, there are plenty of men in abusive relationships.
Yes.
And a lot of times as you go through life, if you start off young like that, you'll end up with more of the same relationships, even if in positions in work, in jobs. Um, a lot of times women will say, well, I, had this job with this company and this is what happened. And so they left and then on to another job and the same thing happened. So you have to kind of look at, not kind of, you do look at that.
You got to look
And
at
see
yourself.
what is the message? What
Yeah.
is the theme? What do I need to change in order to be in a healthier environment?
And I had to look at things that I was not healthy. And so when I became in a relationship I'm in now, in this current years that I've been in it, it's that I got the opportunities every moment to go within and to ask and to look. And I keep pointing at my heart, but the mind has there's something I'm in now that is where there's a coherent mind, so you can rewire your mind.
Yes, it's the mind that tries to
Right.
control, but we are the controllers of our mind. And a lot of times we just let
The
it
heart.
run amok and
Yeah.
all the stuff.
Run amok. Run amok.
Yeah.
And when that happens, then you know what? You get back up and you
Yes.
take a breath and you say, oh, now's a new moment. Now I can create again and again and again and again. And then you go, years later, you go, oh, I'm not that same person.
Yeah. You're
That,
the core, but
yeah,
you've evolved, is what
yes,
I like to think.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The evolving, the evolutionary part of being human, with
Mm.
his creative life force moving within us and being a part of one, you and I, all of us as one. I love us rising up together.
Yeah.
And when you lift yourself up, it lifts us all.
Right, because we do, and some people don't realize the power of that vibration, or frequency, whichever way you want to say
Whatever
it.
you want to say, yeah,
Right,
right?
but
Those are the
that
words that I
you,
use, yeah.
a lot of people don't realize the power of that. That even though this is all going on in your own body and mind, that it's going out. It's going out in that collective consciousness, and other people are feeling it. Just like, when someone is, remember, it says a certain phrase and they've never said it before. That could be because it's in the collective consciousness, and
Right.
it comes downloaded into us.
Yeah.
And that's how we change the world of the patriarchy to the matriarchy of women making choices for everyone, because we're the nurturers. We take care of our children. We create. We're doing all kinds of multitasking, 100,000 different ways. We have that power. So we are the nurturers, with women in the administration that are for women. we actually can change the world. Women that want to help women, women that want to put in systems that help families, the gardeners, the farmers, the children, because the children are what will be coming up running the world. And we want them to know what love and intuition and the power of their voice is so important for as we go along in this world. I want to ask you, and we're a little short on time, but I want to ask you, I believe it's done time for a woman to be the president of the United States. A woman is president and prime ministers all across the world. What is going on with the US? Why don't we have a woman president by now? What
Well,
do you?
I'm actually befuddled by all that because I thought it was time. I did. I just thought,
Yes.
and then that was even probably way back,
Yes, yes.
you know. And so, to do I really have an answer? Because I'm truly like, what the nurturers, the brilliance of a woman, and I feel like I don't even have an answer, Deborah. I go to find one to say it. I really don't have an answer.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I feel that it's time, and I feel that I guess the one that's supposed to come up is going to come,
yes, I think it's
or
time
is
now.
here, or
And this is all part of everyone, the women rising up, the women starting
there you go.
businesses on
Yeah,
their own. They're not in the corporate world anymore. They're
yeah.
starting their own holistic, their own whatever they, all of them are practitioners. Most of them are authors out there, and they're creating. They have created ways to help people and also for their, to provide for their families. So it's that nice balance. But these women, all of them, that this is a year, I don't know if you're aware of it, but this
Yeah,
is
make me aware. I
the
love to
year
get
of
aware.
the fire horse. I don't know if you're
I don't.
Chinese.
Okay.
Anyway, it's from the, how it's the
Yeah,
month
that.
of the year of the horse, the
Mhm.
fire horse is going on right now. It started in February and it goes on until next February 2027. Anyone that was born in 1966, their year is this year. And there's a whole lot of women that were born in 1966. Conscious men as well, because we're including men's balance. This is the year for independence for them, for
Freedom.
energy,
Mhm.
their sovereignty, all the things that are to happen for them is this year. And then 60 years from now, whoever's born to this year in 2026, 60 years from now, all of the fire horse will be rising up, will be the year. Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes, so that's all part of astrology, and it all works. Numbers run the universe, all of that I don't have
Mhm.
a complete understanding, but I know
Right.
that numbers do run the show. It runs the universe.
Well, it's been interesting because you did a show and I came on about chaos and keep choosing love, and at that particular time, because there's an influence always influencing us in all things, just like that.
Mhm.
And I've really thought this. I was remembering that there's a lot going on in the consciousness of all of us, and that a lot of people don't want to take responsibility or but we do have the ability always to respond. That's how I feel. But
Right.
we don't want to be responsible of that. We're all creating this as a consciousness.
Oh, as far as what's happening,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the administration, the wars, and all the
Yes,
things.
and
Yeah.
all of that. Thank you, Deborah. You're so good that you do that with me now. I just really appreciate it.
Yes, and you know what, Deborah? You're correct. A
Mhm.
lot of people are finding that it's not their responsibility, and
Mhm.
they're not responsible for what's happening because they're not awakened to know from a
But we're
higher
all
perspective.
responsible. Yeah.
Yes, we
And
are.
so it's a time where for all of us to stop choosing the chaos within ourselves. It says,
Yes,
I'm going to be nice to you, and there's kindness matters, and really, truly going within, constantly doing our work. And I'm saying whether you're conscious or unconscious, you just go with, like you're saying, everything that Deborah has said. And I feel that the president of the United States could easily be a woman.
right.
But
Yeah,
but it's when we, as the people, rise up.
right.
And I'm not saying we rise up. I have to be careful with those words. It's rising within our hearts. It's a consciousness.
Yes,
It's gentle. It's nurturing. It's kind. It has a reverence and an honoring of like I love the namaste. I see the light in you that sees the light in me. And
yes.
there are women, oh my goodness, and men. I'm doing that balance because that's
Both men.
divine feminine, divine male, the male energy, and that comes up. I was actually very blessed to be raised by parents, especially my father, that was a man of balance for me. That
Hmm.
in my heart, he loved balance. He loved to see your soul come forward. And I
Hmm.
remember my mom one day saying to me, "Why didn't I do more for your music?" I go, "What do you mean?" And what I learned from her saying that is I wanted to cultivate whatever your talent is. And I don't, and your dad, we just wanted our children to have their souls come forward, to cultivate their gifts. And
Right.
so, as we cultivate our own gifts and we get to where we're supposed to be, so if maybe that's why I'm saying if you're to get somewhere, maybe it's time to look where you're supposed to be within yourself so that the magic or the life, which to me is life and it's magical and it's glorious and it's kind and all these things can become more what the world is bereaved of right now.
Hmm.
Because in
Hmm.
that womb, it's a nurturing place.
Yes, yes.
And that we as women rise up, and men will be grateful that we
Yes.
rise up in
Well,
love
there are
and
many
gentleness
men,
and
there are
kindness
many, many men
and our own power.
that go women, they're
Hmm.
pro woman, they're pro independence, they're pro
Hmm.
sovereignty, they're pro no choice, free choice
And
of
not gender
whatever.
or color or anything. It's
Right.
truly
So whether you
life.
agree with it for yourself or not is irrelevant. It's that human being has free choice and free will to choose what they want for their body and their life, for their body. And no human being should come into play and tell that person they can't do that. Just because they're either in fear or they're molding in their mind that everyone has to be white Caucasian individual. Every note one knows. All you have to do is listen to some of it, and but you have to remember that a lot of it that is coming out is not true, and to utilize lies and place them in a box that says we're protecting you is lies, and it's all wrong. But we're coming to the towards the end of the show, and I wanted to say to everyone out there, whoever is watching, listening, and then next week, next year, whatever, listen to yourself. Listen to what you're saying, especially when you're talking with someone else. Listen to what you're saying, and that really gives you an idea of who you are and your truth. If you want to tweak it because it doesn't feel good, that's the opportunity we all have to say, you know what, I wasn't kind. You know what, I was rude. How can I improve on that? And so it's important for listening to what we say out loud and then tuning into our mind and listening to what we may say inside. Maybe someone has a promotion and the first reaction that you have is, why did she have a promotion? I'm just as good. It's normal human behavior, but you can stop it from there and say, excuse me, ego, I'm not listening to that. I'm empowering her to be the best person that she can be in that higher position. And I call upon every woman, every single woman, to come from that place, come from a place of love, and empower every woman that's in your family, every cousin, every place, if you're working outside the home, everywhere you are, in your church, wherever you go, empower women, because what happens, it comes back to you and it fills your heart with more love. And then now you feel empowered and amazing because you're helping others be in that space. I also want to, since we have Deborah Bruin out as my guest, where the 30 others are, it's summertime. So I'm looking at that, but I want to say to you, thank you so much for all the work you have done since you became awakened, and even before that. But I know your soul, and it's kind and beautiful and loving and special. You have a special soul. So I want to thank you for all the good work you have done for humanity, because humanity will always thrive. No one can take it away from us. Humanity will thrive. Democracy will thrive because of how we act ourselves. And you're walking the walk, you're talking the talk. And I thank you. And it's an honor to know you. It's an honor to have you on the station. It's an honor for being soul sisters. It's an honor, Deborah. So I thank you for that.
Thank you, Deborah. Back to you and more.
And with that, thank you. And with that said, everyone, stay tuned. We're going to figure out if we want to do the Meet the Host on a monthly basis, every other month, or maybe we should just stop. I don't know. Call us. Call 508-226-1723 and tell us how you feel about the Meet the Host. Should we continue? But with that said, Deborah, it's been an exciting, honorable time to have you as my guest. Meet the Host.
Thank you. Yeah. It's my pleasure, and it's an honor to be a part of Dream Vision 7 Radio all these years, and I celebrate life, and I celebrate all of you, and I love the hosts that are on this, so I'd love them to come on.
Thank you. Until we meet again in Unity Consciousness with another topic, and whoever joins us, it'll be a beautiful time together. Au revoir. Tell everyone, woman for president. Yay. Yes.
This is Dream Vision 7 Radio Network, uniting mankind with universal love. Our shows are created from the heart, bringing each listener to a place of divine enlightenment. Breathe, relax, and enjoy. Let life flow.